So now we will discuss some questions of 17th March shift 1. So here in this question it is given a polyatomic ideal gas has 24 vibrational modes. What will be the value of gamma? So what is gamma? Gamma is basically Cp by Cv. Gamma is basically Cp by Cv, and we know that Cv is equal to F by 2R and Cp is Cv plus R. So if we see that gamma will come out to be F by 2 plus F by 2R plus R upon F by 2R. So here if we see it will be F plus 2 upon F. This will be the value of gamma. Now F is degree of freedom, so total number of degrees of freedom will be 3 for translational degree of freedom plus 3 vibrational degree of freedom, sorry, 3 rotational degree of freedom. It is a polyatomic gas, so there will be 3 degree of freedom in rotation plus 24 vibrational degree of freedom. It is given in the question only. So here we are getting that degrees of total degree of freedoms are 30. So now it is easy to calculate gamma. So gamma will be F plus 2 upon F. So it will be 32 upon 30. So gamma is 15, sorry, 16 by 15. So it is coming out to be approximately 1.03. So option 2 will be correct. So this is our second question. It is a question of kinematics. In this, it is saying that a car is accelerating at a constant rate alpha for some time, and then it deaccelerates at a constant rate beta to come to rest, and it starts from rest only, and the total time it travels is t. So we have to calculate total distance traveled. So in this case, we'll make a VT graph, velocity time graph. So this is velocity and this is time, and it is accelerating at a constant rate alpha. Okay, so it is accelerating at a constant rate alpha for time t1, and then it is deaccelerating at a constant rate beta for time t2. So this is time t1 and this is time t2. It is not mentioned in the question. I am assuming that it is accelerating for t1 time and deaccelerating for t2 time. So and it is given that sum of these two times t1 plus t2 is equal to t. It is given in the question, and we have to find total distance traveled. Here then we can say that v is equal to u plus at. So this v is the final velocity at time t. At time t, this v is the final velocity, so it is 0. This is 0, and u here, this is u, and this u will be equal to alpha t1. So if I put here alpha t1 and acceleration, this is a for this, and it is given that it is deaccelerating at a constant rate of beta. So this will be negative minus beta into t2. So from here we get that t2 is equal to alpha t1 upon beta. So this is t2. Now it is given in the question that t1 plus t2 is equal to t. I'll substitute the values. So t1 plus alpha t1 by beta is equal to t. From this we'll get t1 is equal to beta t upon alpha plus beta. Beta t upon alpha plus beta. And now we have to calculate total distance. So in VT graph we know that the distance covered will be equal to area under curve. So I need to calculate the area of this triangle. So this triangle has area half base into height. So this will be equal to distance is equal to half into base. So base will be t1 plus t2, and height is u, and that u is alpha t1. So here I can put 1 by 2 t1 plus t2. So t1 plus beta t upon alpha plus beta. Alpha. This is T2. Sorry, this is T2. So T2 is alpha by beta into T1 into U. U will be equal to alpha T1. Alpha T1. So now I'll substitute the value of T1. So 1 by 2 T1 square into alpha plus beta upon beta into alpha. Now we can substitute value of T1 here. So T1 we have calculated as 1 by 2 beta T upon alpha plus beta whole square into alpha plus beta upon beta into alpha. So from this we will get answer as is equal to 1 beta will get cancelled, so half beta T square upon alpha plus beta. So this will be our answer. We can see if we are getting half alpha beta upon, yeah, I missed one alpha here. This alpha will also come half alpha beta T square upon alpha plus beta. So this option 1 is correct. So in this question, it is given that two soap bubbles of radii A and B coalesce. Means they coalesce at a surface. We have to find the common radius of curvature. So here we can see that one will be like this and another will be like this. They are coalescing, and there is a radius A and this is radius B. First, we assume that excess pressure inside this drop is P2 and inside this drop is P1. And as it is given that B is greater than A, and also we know that excess pressure is delta P is 2S by R, where R is radius of curvature, S is surface tension. So here radius B is greater, so it means that this bubble will have less pressure because it has greater radius. So here we can say that common radius, let common radius be R. Let common radius is R, small r. Then we can say that 2s by R, small r, is equal to 2s by A minus 2s by B, because we have just subtracted the pressures. This is excess pressure P1, this is excess pressure P2. So I have done that. Total net excess pressure delta P is equal to P2 minus P1. So, and also we know that excess pressure is equal to 2s by R. So it will come out to be 1 by R is equal to 1 by A minus 1 by B. So basically we are getting 1 by R is equal to B minus A by AB. So finally our result will be R is equal to AB upon B minus A. AB upon B minus A. So option 4 will be correct. This question is of error. So here it is given that the vernier scale used for measurement has a positive zero error of 0.2 mm. And if by taking the reading, zero of vernier scale lies between 8.5 centimeter to 8.6 centimeter. This means that the main scale reading will be 8.5. Main scale reading is 8.5. And vernier scale reading, for vernier scale reading, we can see that it is given that sixth division coincides with 0 of main scale. So here vernier scale reading will be 6 into least count, and in this case least count is given to be 0.01 centimeter, so it is 0.06 centimeter. So overall reading will be main scale reading plus Vernier scale reading. But in this question, it is given that there is a positive zero error, and positive zero error is always subtracted from the reading. So we'll subtract positive zero error. So it will be 8.5 plus 0.06 minus 2 mm, 0.2 mm, so 0.02. So this will be 8.54 centimeter. So option 3 will be correct. In this question, it is given that a solenoid has 1000 turns per meter with relative permeability 500, and it carries a current of 5 ampere. We have to find magnetic flux density. Basically, magnetic flux density is magnetic field only. So, and it is given permeability of free space is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7. So here magnetic field B will be equal to mu naught into mu r. Mu r is relative permeability into N into I. So B is equal to mu naught is given 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7. Mu r is given 500, and this N is turns per meter, turns per unit length, which is 1000 into 5. So here we can say that 4 pi into 25 into 10 to the power 5 into 10 to the power minus 7. So 100, so it is coming out to be, this is 25 into 400, 7 pi. So it is coming out to be pi Tesla. Here we can see that in options the unit is given as Tesla. So by that also we can understand that magnetic flux density is magnetic field only.